So if you guys would like a super giant storage system like the one I have right here, in the video today I will be showing you guys how to build up one of these giant systems that stores like every single block in the game. And now of course I'm not going to be showing you guys how to build up that giant massive storage system down there, but I will be showing you guys how to build up all the little modules that are inside of there so that you can build that if you felt like it, or if not you can do a much smaller scale like the one I have right here. So hello there everybody, welcome back to another video, and as you guys could tell by that intro there, in today's video we're going to be building up ourselves an auto storage system. Now I will give you guys some quick background on this in case you're wondering what all of this is. This is an auto storage system, which pretty much means that what we do is that all we have to do is just put some blocks in here that we want. Now of course this one is over the top. I'm not going to be building this whole entire thing for you guys today. I'm just going to be showing you guys how to build the little segments, as you can see, so that you can make this to your own size, because this here stores almost every block in the game, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I don't think you guys need one that's that big. Honestly, it's kind of overkill, but as you can see, every single block is stored. And now how does that work, you may ask? Well, I'll come and show you. Let's say we just want these right here. This is a cobblestone fence post, right? Cobblestone wall, okay? We're going to take this. All we're going to do is we're going to run over here into the middle part of this and put this in a chest. All right, you can put any block that you want here, anything, and it will be sorted. And what this is going to do, this is going to shoot it up through the elevator, through the system, right? And that system is going to go ahead, it's going to carry it to the top right here with this water, as you can see. Getting it up, that's going to drop it into this hopper right here. This hopper is going to take them, as you can see, taking them. It's going to go ahead and take them down this path right here. Now I will show you guys how to build some of this if you want to, but this is just how mine works. It's going to take it right here any second now. It's going to start spitting them out of this dropper into this water stream right here. See, there they go. Just like so. And that water stream is what it's going to do. It's going to go ahead and go down. Just going to straight up drop down this giant pipe tube. And what's going to do is going to end up right down here. As you can see, there they are. And now what it does is it goes over every top of one of these hoppers, and it will only go in the hopper that has that same block. So if we go ahead and we come around to wherever those fence posts were at, which was, I have no clue to be honest. They're around here. I think it was this side. Oh, here it is. Cobblestone, or wait, is it? No, wait. There we go. Cobblestone fence post. As we can see, nothing's in it yet. Oh, there they go. Now we're gonna get exactly 23 in here, and you notice how not a single other chest got full of these things, even though this thing is just absolutely full of them. Not a single other chest was filled with these items. So, and by the way, guys, these storage systems have been around for years. I've built hundreds of these things. Well, not hundreds, hundreds of these modules. But I've built storage systems probably like 6-7 times in multiple different worlds. So I have a good idea what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how we're going to build this and how this stuff works out. And alright guys, so here we are on the surface. I will go ahead and just pretty much start out by building this and showing you what you need to do. So first, you're going to need a bunch of chests, a bunch of redstone, torches, repeaters, comparators, and a whole bunch of hoppers. And you will need a bit of packed ice if you want to do it the way I'm doing it. And some building blocks. So what we're going to start out with is we're just going to start out with where our chests are going to be. Now these are done in rows of 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we just place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests next to it. And then we place a chest on top of it so that we have double the amount of storage. Because in case you get a lot of these items, which is what I would use this for. And then all we're going to do is we're going to run the hoppers into the back of each one of these chests. Just like so. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, just like that. And alright, so once you have your chest with your hoppers coming out of the back of them just like this, all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and count back 1, 2, 3 spaces like this. We're going to place a block right there. Then we're going to build up and build a sort of T shape just like that, as you can see. And then we're just going to go ahead and fill in these 2 rows just like so that they're even with this right here. So we have something that looks a little something like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the same exact thing right here and build up this back just a little bit, as you can see. So we have a shape that looks kind of like a Y, I guess you can say. Then we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our redstone torches and place them all along the faces of these blocks right here. And there should be exactly a 1 black gap in between the hoppers and the redstone, just like this. As you can see, I can walk through, but the redstone's right here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get ourselves our redstone repeaters. We're going to place a repeater on each one of these running into where the redstone torch is, as you guys can see. And then next up, all we're going to do is grab ourselves some blocks. We're going to place some blocks along the tops of these blocks right here. Some blocks on top of these covering up your redstone repeaters. And then we're going to place one more row of blocks on top of where these redstone torches are, just like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a row of hoppers just running straight directly down into each one of these other hoppers, just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves 5 comparators. We're going to place these comparators going ahead and facing so that the two little sticks are facing towards where all of our chests are at, as you guys can see. So we're just going to place them just like this. I'll just give you guys some angles so you can see what I mean. The 2 little sticks are facing towards these hoppers. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to grab some hoppers. I'm going to crouch place these hoppers on the front of every one of these comparators, just like so. I'll give you guys a better view so you can see how it looks. Looks just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our redstone dust. We're going to place dust along the backs of all of that, the backs of all of this as well. And we're going to jump down, place it along the back of all of this right here, just like that. And that is pretty much your whole redstone system done. It's very simple, like I said. And alright guys, so here comes what is essentially the most important part of building up this cool little redstone storage system. What we need to do is we need to make some filter blocks, if that makes sense. So what we need to do, we need some blocks that we have tons upon tons of, because we're going to use lots of them. And we have to make sure that these blocks will never be put in the system ever, otherwise we'll mess it up. Now, but listen, what we can do to make sure that we never put these blocks is, I mean, you can say, oh, I'll never store netherrack, but you're most likely going to throw netherrack in there once by accident or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're just going to rename it something random, anything at all. So I'm just going to completely name it something just completely random. That's pretty random. It doesn't matter, like I said. Okay. Doesn't matter what it is, like I said. We have this right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to spread it along only these back 4, just like that. So each one of these has one. Every single one of these hoppers at the top that has the comparator and it needs it. As you see, the comparator will power on as well when that happens. So yeah, along the backs of every single one of these top hoppers that are facing into the comparators. And alright, so now all we need to do is get the blocks that we want these chests to store. Now keep in mind, they have to be blocks that are stackable, which means they can stack to 64 in your inventory. There's a couple things that you can't, like swords and stuff. Can't do that. But as long as they can stack to 64, you just take that and you put it in here. Now you're going to need at least 42 of them. So we're just going to press Y, and as you can see, they will drain out until I believe it is 42. If not, then I'm wrong and it's my fault. But wait, let's see. I think it's 42. 41. Okay. It will drain. So you only need 41 of these. Now you can use less if you want to, but just use 41 because the blocks won't flow through until this reaches 41. So yeah, we're just going to use this for whatever we want it to use. Birch, we want glass in this one. Maybe we want polished diorite stairs in this one. Then maybe we want cobblestone in this one. You know, it really does not matter what you want to use. And now you guys will see that when we have normal blocks, none of these blocks will flow into any of these hoppers unless they're the block that we specified. So only thing that will flow into this is the oak wood planks, and the only thing that will go into this is the glass, you know, and so on. And they're right. Now we're going to work on the item transportation system. Like, how do we get the items to flow across the top of this? Well, there is one of 2 ways. We could either just use hoppers just like this, place hoppers facing into one another, and that will work just fine. So as you guys can see, when we place a whole bunch of items in, let's say, a chest right here, when we place glass and that and all that stuff, you will see these chests will fill up. That's getting filled with that. And is this the glass chest? It will go as soon as this one's full. As you see, 23. And then, yep, there's the glass. And as you can see, none of it's being left behind in any other one of these chests. So there's your glass. That's all 23 your glass. So that works. That works just fine. You know, the hoppers, that was cool. But a faster way to do it, because hoppers are a little bit slow, is to use water and to use ice. Now make sure you're very careful with this before you place down any of your water. Let's make sure we cover this little pipeline in glass, okay? This hopper line is going to become a pipeline essentially. So we're just going to put glass right here too as well. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. So it looks something like this, because that will be where our stuff flows through. And we're just going to put some ice here. We use ice because that just helps the items flow way faster, especially if, let's say, you're coming from somewhere far away. That's why we use the ice. So boom, boom, just like that. And then we'll use the ice again right here. And alright, so now keep in mind the reason why we made these only 5 blocks long is because water only flows 8 blocks. So when we place water bucket right here, this will flow to the very end. Now let's say your water is too long though, right? Let's say you have the system and your water starts right here and it makes it too far and it's going to bleed out everywhere. Well, if you want to stop that, all you have to do is just place a sign, and that will completely stop it in its tracks, and you can place another bucket of water going elsewhere. But as you guys will see, when we're going to take, let's just say we need some of that wood back, or here, what else do we have? We have is that birch wood? I think we have like birch oak. There we go. Birch planks. All right. So now what happens when we throw this in the system, as you will see, is that it will fly through here. We'll just drop this whole entire stack. It'll float through there until it gets straight into this hopper. Now let's say an item does not belong in the system. Guess what? It's not going to fall into any of these because none of these filters have it. So it's just going to keep on flowing to the end. And what I did down there, as you guys saw, is I just chained a whole bunch of these right next to each other. I'll go ahead and show you real quick how that looks. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to build up the same exact thing, but I'm going to build it just a couple blocks away from each other. And alright guys, so just a few quick little seconds later, I went ahead and built up the same exact module that we have right here. Now I made mine 3 blocks apart because 5 plus 3 is 8 blocks, which is exactly how far this water will flow. So yeah, that's what I like. You can do it and be like 1 block away or whatever you want, but I prefer 3 blocks away. That's why I fill it with glass that these slide through really fast. Now all I'm going to do is build up glass along these sides again so that our water does not spill out. And what all I would do is I would place a sign right here at the very end of our water stream, and then place a new bucket of water right here. And yes, it will spill out, but that's okay. We'll just keep it going, or you'd place another sign and so on, as you guys will see. Now this will just go 1, 2, 3 blocks so, and then we'll go ahead and run this into another sign or into another module. So as you guys can see, beautiful, just like this. Now you have to use a sign right here, otherwise this water will flow backwards and that won't work. But here, I'll show you guys. Let's say we get firework rockets, right? Look, boom, they're gonna flow down here, oh, and they're gonna get caught in this one because this doesn't have a filter yet. But what you can do, if you don't know what items you want to put in these things yet, if you don't have enough, you can just fill this all. You can just fill this all in so no blocks go into it. And then when you want to get the block that you want, that you're like, oh, I want to put hoppers in here, all you do is you remove this and you just throw it in there, just like that. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in all of these real fast with these subscribe blocks. Speaking of subscribe, I mean, if you're not subbed already, I think you should be. I don't know what you're doing, but it's okay. It's okay. Hopefully the storage system will make you. Or if not, that's cool too. That's all right. But if you want to sub and like the video, that'd be cool. You know, I usually say it at the end of the video, but I can say it now because I'm just built different. All right, but anyways, so get back to the topic. We filled all those in, so now when we place these in here, boom, they just flow really fast, flow all the way through and off of the edge, just like so. And by the way, the reason that wasn't working by dropping the items into here and letting them flow is because we were manually doing it. It works a lot better if you have a system like this. Well, let's just say we have a chest right here. We put the blocks in this chest, and it goes ahead and shoots them up through the system. That will make sure that none of these blocks ever get stuck. And so I'm just going to show you real quick. What we would need is just place down a chest, place a hopper, right? We're going to run this hopper into a dropper facing upwards, just like so. Then out the back of this dropper, we're going to run a comparator into a redstone repeater, and that has to run into a block. So this block right here has to be here. So without this block, it would not work. Then all we're going to do is we're going to run redstone along this one side of it so that it's equal like this to the block and to this dropper. Then we're going to run redstone right here, but we're going to snag it out like this because we need to run a repeater into here, and that's because that way we can go ahead and now we can put a layer of glass on here. And we're going to do this a total of a 3x3 system, so next to the chest and everything too. So as you can see, a nice little 3x3 system of glass. Because what will happen now is when items are put into that chest, right, they will be dispensed upwards into this elevator that we're making. And why do we need this elevator? Well, we are down here and we want to get the blocks up there. We want it to look nice, and this also looks pretty cool. So you guys will see in just a second here. We'll build this up to about this height or so. And then now all we have to do is go ahead and put our blocks inside of here. And they will, you see, they will be put into the dropper. They will be dispensed upwards. This dropper will essentially, this comparator will detect there's an item in here, send a signal to this that will power this and power all of this. And so yeah, it will shoot the blocks through. And then when there's no more blocks left, it will stop shooting them through. And yeah, it will shoot exactly every single block through. Now we just need ourselves a bucket of water for this next part. Now this is going to take a little bit of playing around with for a minute, but keep in mind the blocks come up this central part and only this central part. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run something like this. And then now we should be able to put ice right here. And we can just run packed ice from here to wherever we want. Make sure we use ice whenever we're running items from one place to another. We want it to drop probably right there, right? Now let's just go around with it so it's nice and wide. So we have plenty of time to build up plenty of speed. So this right here will be the path that all of our items take into this line like this. So we're just gonna go and keep building this up with some packed ice till we are even with this. Boom, now we can go and turn it. It's just like building tubes essentially. We don't want that right there though, but we want it like this. And if you're up high, that's okay. All you gotta do is just drop the blocks down, which is very easy to do. Just go ahead and build this up over here like this, and they will go ahead and fly off of here, and it will be just fine. Make sure you build up some sides though for some barriers, because again, these items are gonna be flying off. And then now we're just gonna build up a nice little edge to this little system we have right here. Now all we should have to do is place a bucket of water right here in the central, where it's even with our dropper where all the blocks will come up with. And now we are going to need signs, but you guys will get the idea. When you're going to put blocks in here, they should shoot up into the system, and they should be dispensed out. As you can see, they're shooting up and going out into the system, into the tube, just like we needed them to. And alright, now all we have to do is go ahead and finish this system up. So you guys will see how I do this. Let's just place a sign right here. Well, I don't like that too much because, well, we could place a double sign like this if we wanted to, and place the water right here because the items will flow that far. Because keep in mind, this packed ice makes them go very fast, so they will float just fine over little gaps like that. And then we'll just go and keep filling this up. We'll place a sign right here, place a water source running into that. I don't like that. I don't like it when they curve around the corner, so I usually just put a thing like that and then a water bucket. I just don't personally. I feel like it doesn't work as well. But you can leave that system going down like that, or again, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just build up these sides like this, place a water bucket, or I mean a sign right here at the edge so that the items get shot off and there's no weird glitchy water stuff. But that's pretty much it, because now as you guys can see, we'll just build the sides a little bit. And now when we go ahead and again, you can take these streams wherever you want to. This is just an example. When we go and put items in here, let's just say we want polished diorite stairs. So keep in mind, this one right here is a diorite stairs, that one. So we're gonna have 22 of them. So I'm gonna put them in the system real fast. And here I'm gonna make a quick little way for us to get up so you guys can see this. I'm gonna place them in the system just like that. All right, they're in the system. They're going. As you see, they're shot up that dropper elevator, popped into the water stream right here. This water stream, we'll go ahead and take them, thumb around, and we'll go ahead and throw them down here into this stream. That will go ahead and take all the items across into the hopper that they need to go. As you see, they're all disappearing right there because they're being put into that hopper. So yeah, each and every one of these blocks, again, we should have exactly 22 of them. When we come down here, oh wait, this chest, 22 of them, perfect. And now let's say we have an item that's like doesn't belong in the system, like our sword. There's no place for our sword in the system, right? So as you can see, it's gonna shoot that sword out. Where'd it go? It's going to shoot that sword out and around. It's not going to fill in any of these, okay? It's going to go across the tops of every single one of these. It got slowed down just a little bit, but that's all right. It'll keep going across the tops of every one of these, and we'll end up there at the very end of the farm. Because, again, all these systems are full of stuff. And, yeah, then what you could do is you can put a chest at the end is what I usually do with a hopper, and that's just, like, all your junk items that don't have a place that you can just look at. Like I said, what I would do is I would just place, like, a chest. Yeah, we'll just do it like right here. I just place I'd break this. I place a chest. I place a hopper so that any items that don't belong in the system will just go ahead and end up in the end little storage thing right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you would like a quicker way to bring the items up, I'll show you real fast. So if you guys would like a quicker little way to bring the items through the system, you can see what I did here. If you want to bring them up again, like if you want to bring them up through the system, you don't want to use a giant elevator. What you can do is you can just run this into a quick little bubble elevator like this. That's just soul sand at the bottom. It's full of water. And as you can see, when an item comes through this water stream right here, boom, it'll be put into that bubble elevator, and that will shoot it straight up to the top, and then you can go ahead and go on from there. So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it on how to build up these storage systems. Again, they've been in the game forever, but some people don't know how to do them, and they can find little parts confusing, so that's okay. I was like, I'll just show you guys how to do it. I'll be a real one. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a thing or two. Again, if you have questions, I'll always be in the comment section down below answering any questions you may have. But anyways, like I always say, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.